Hey y'all, I was just thinking, there was something that's going on in our community. When I say our community, I mean the African American male community, where we have this idea that no black man can say "I love you" to another black man. Why is that? I don't understand it. I don't get it. It feels like, oh, if I say it, I have to quickly say "no homo." Why do I have to say no homo if I do not mean I love you to another brother or my friend I consider a brother? I have to say no homo. Why do I have to say it? I don't mean when I say I love you to him in a gay or homosexual or faggoty way, if you want to use that kind of language with it and say, um, um, oh, you gotta say no homo. Why? Truth be told, I'm about sick of that phrase. I'm I'm just really had it with that phrase because every time now it's been parodied on YouTube and parroted by so many people that it's lost its meaning. And it was fine for when it came out, but then it was kind of derogatory because it's like saying that I can't express my feelings for my brother. Um, you know, outside of my family. If I, had a brother, I can say it, I love you to him, and it would be no homosexual context to it. But then if I say it to my best friend, who I consider my brother, and he considers me his brother, and we call each other brother, don't you think I can say it, I love you to him, and it not be in that homosexual kind of connotated way? How come I have to say it if my friend says I love you, and it not and I know he does not mean it in that homosexual gay way, I have to sit there and say no homo, and then we laugh, ha 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 ha, and then we go on, and it just act like it didn't happen. It just bothers me and it irks me to feel that I have to scream no homo and rather fast just so that my friend does not think that I'm gay. Or if I say I love you to him, it's I love him in that way. No, I don't love him in that way. I love him being my friend, and that's it. And if he doesn't get that, then, oh, well, that's his loss, not mine. Because I know when I say it, I'm not saying it in any other way than I'm saying it. So we need, as black men, to stop the madness and stop saying no homo if I mean I love you to my best friend or to my brother that I consider my friend, or my friend I consider my brother, or my best friend I consider my brother. When is this madness going to stop? Why is it happening? No one's going to answer. No one's going to know, really. And I hope and I pray that one day this will end. It will end quickly. It will end like right now. We'll end tomorrow, but I have to, no, it's not going to end tomorrow because it just isn't. It just really won't happen. It really just won't end. It will just continue on, continuing, because there's somebody out there who's gonna say, oh, well, you gotta say it, and who's gonna keep on saying no homo every time he even so much as says I love you to his friend. You'll say I love you to your boy, or I love him. We'll ride or die together. Ain't no problem saying it to him. How come I can't say it to my friend without you thinking it's some kind of gay thing? Well, again, we just have to have unity and come together as black men and stop fighting each other, stop killing each other, learn to love each other. And when someone says I love you to you, it's not your family. You say I love you back. And if you know in your heart that you do not mean it in any homosexual way, then what are you going to do? You're going to just ignore that feeling of love that you have, and that brotherly love that you have towards your friend, that you have to say no homo, no homo, no homo. Well, hopefully one day it will stop. Hopefully one day it will just end. And men will actually, be able to say I love you without the fear, quote unquote, the fear of persecution and being persecuted to the fullest extent of any guy's imagination. Because if he says I love you to his friend, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem. Somebody's always going to find a problem with it. So I guess that we have to figure out how to say it and mean it. And then if someone takes it the wrong way, that's their loss. That's their fault. That's where their mind is. Their mind is in a homophobic mindset. People will not change overnight. But to those guys that actually who are secure in their masculinity and will say to their best friend or a friend that they consider a brother, I love you. I have not that many guy friends myself, but those who are my true best friends, I will say I love you to them in a heartbeat. But I know when I say I love you, it is no connotation other than I love you as my friend. Thank you for being my friend. I consider you my brother. And since I consider you my brother, I love you like I would my own brother. One day, that hopefully that question will be answered. Hopefully one day somebody will just continue on standing up and saying, I love you. We can say I love you to a girl in no matter of minutes. Especially if we're trying to get her, inside the bed. We'll say, I love you. Ooh, and she'll just go, oh, you have no problem saying that. Which you probably won't say in front of your friends. But then on the same token, some of you guys will actually say I love you, because you're strong enough to say it in front of them. But then when it comes time to say I love you to your boys, you say it in front of one or two. It's a group of y'all, you won't say it. It's kind of funny and kind of isn't. But hopefully one day we all will come together as men and actually stop the madness. Stop the hatred and learn to love each other. And actually, as we learn to love each other, say it and mean it. Thank you for listening, and if you got your friend out there, I love you. To my friends and my true friends that are watching this video right now, I love you. And I know you love me too.